what's up? Good morning, everybody. My name is Logan, and we're just trying to bring you some stuff that's going to complement trying to keep up with your workouts at home. I think kind of one of the things that's starting to settle in now as we're staying at home is the fact that, wow, being at home is a lot different than being able to be out and about. And one of the questions that I've been getting from people is like, oh my God, how do I manage like not snacking all day? How do I manage cooking when I'm used to going out? So we're just going to try to bring you some really simple things that are going to make it so that you can kind of navigate sort of the being at home. So the real key for me is, in terms of picking which kinds of habits you're going to implement, is pick something as easy as possible so you don't have to turn your life upside down to do it. The harder it is, the less likely you are to be able to make it sustainable. So one, make it easy, and then two, pick something that you actually want to do. So just because you think you should be cooking from scratch and meal prepping, and you know, if that doesn't feel like something you're really inspired to do, then you're also probably not going to do it. So that's kind of my big two, is we want to do things that are as easy as possible, and we want to do things that we actually want to do. So let's start from there. Hey. So with working at home, I'm finding that I'm sitting more than I'm used to. You know, we have an awesome place, but it's not very big, so I'm not getting as many steps in as when I'm around in the clubs and, you know, pacing around in my classroom teaching. So I've been trying to get enough protein in, but I'm trying to maybe minimize my caloric intake just a little bit because I'm not as active. So I've gone back to doing a protein smoothie as my breakfast. And I think there's kind of some hit and miss ways to make smoothies. I want one that tastes good and sort of packs in as many nutrients as possible. And I've got a cool little formula for putting smoothies together that I figured I would share with you. So if we were to look at it in order, you want some kind of liquid base. So whether that's milk, almond milk, coconut milk, sometimes even water, depending. That's your base. Then you want to add in your protein. So whether you do a whey-based or a plant-based, something like that. And then the third thing is adding in your fruits, vegetables, fresh or frozen, so that you get in those awesome micronutrients. Then I like to add in a little bit of healthy fat, especially if you're using a plant-based protein. That's just gonna smooth it out so it's not so chalky. So that's gonna be a big win right there. And then you add your toppers. All right, so for my smoothie today, I'm gonna take you through my recipe. Honestly, this is kind of what I had between, you know, what's in the drawer and what's in the fridge and the freezer. So never a bad way to do it. So for me, I'm gonna use some almond milk today. I like the unsweetened version just because it has less calories. And we're gonna go about a cup to a cup and a half. And the fact that I'm putting in a bunch of other stuff means that I don't really need a ton of flavor in my almond milk. So that's that. Then I'm gonna use my protein. This happens to be a whey. So let's say that I want like 120 grams of protein today. That means if I'm gonna eat 3 or 4 times, I want sort of like 30-ish grams at a time. So I'm gonna do a scoop and a half, just based on what the label tells me. That's gonna get me sort of to that 30, 35. So then next up is fruits and vegetables. So I have kind of an assortment of stuff today. I'm gonna do a handful of baby spinach. Really good nutrient because there's some iron in there, so that's awesome. These are broccoli sprouts. They're awesome because we know there's lots of really important nutrients in broccoli, and you get them out of these little sprouts. I'll be honest though, they're not like the most amazing tasting things. So maybe put in like a little handful, maybe 2 little pinches, not too much because otherwise you're gonna taste it. And then I like to throw in some frozen blueberries, about half a cup. And again, all about the antioxidants. So then step 4 is the healthy fats. I'm a big fan of MCT oil, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that in, but other options would be like your nut butter, so like peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter. You wanna go probably about a tablespoon, because this is where you can pack in a lot of calories if you're not careful. And then like I said, you wanna finish off with toppers. So that's things like hemp hearts, chia seeds. I really like cinnamon because it's got some really good anti-inflammatory properties, so a little bit of that. And a naturopath that I used to see recommended that when you're using like fresh fruits and when you're making smoothies and stuff, a really good thing to do is just put a little bit of sea salt on top, just because that's going to help with how we're digesting. So a little bit, not too much, throw that in on top, and now it's time to mix it up. getting your day off to a great start by picking your favorite shaker bottle. As you can tell, I'm a Harry Potter fan. So I'm going to take this to my little workstation and I'm going to drink my awesome protein smoothie while I'm getting ready. There you go. Hope that helps.